Up, and as we've shown you all morning long, Luka Doncic put on a show yesterday. No LeBron, no problem finally for the Lakers. They get their first win since LeBron got hurt. They beat the Suns 107-96, snapping a 4-game losing streak since LeBron got hurt. And Shams reporting yesterday on Countdown that LeBron had an on-court workout, though he appears to be at minimum still a week away from his return. That happened in L.A., and so did this. Stephen A. Smith up early with us this morning and joins us from Los Angeles before they get first take going in about 12 minutes. So, Stephen A., I did the NBA shows with you for 2 years. I know the most popular topic of conversation is, where are we going to be in June? Where are we going to be flying back and forth? Which two cities will we be between? So I'm going to start the conversation there. If you had to predict it right this minute, what will be the two cities you will be going back and forth between when we get to June?
If I had to predict it, Greeny, it would be Boston versus OKC, the number 2 seed in the East versus the number 1 seed in the West, because OKC are those dudes. They're number 1 in practically every statistical category that matters. They've got a superstar in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is absolutely bona fide, and he's my league MVP, at least at this particular moment in time. I know Jokic is right on his heels. Some people think Jokic is number 1. I don't. I got it with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but the supplementary parts that he has available to him, the key to them is Jalen Williams, and whether or not he's going to be able to step up consistently. He has the talent, but can he be a consistent force on the offensive end to help out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to make sure you can get a bucket when need be? We know Chet Holmgren can vacillate between the second and the third option. Picking up Hartenstein along with Alex Caruso in the offseason has really elevated their quality of defense. We can't ignore what we've seen from OKC, okay? But when you look at the Boston Celtics, they are the reigning defending NBA champions. They've got all the pieces, top to bottom. I think they're the best team in basketball. They're the team to beat. If I had to bet my money, Greeny, and you said where we're going, I would tell you it's those two teams. But what you didn't ask me was, what is my wish list?
Tell me what your wish list is.
Cleveland versus the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, Luka Doncic in the NBA Finals. And the reason I mentioned LeBron James is LeBron James going to Cleveland, trying to prevent Cleveland from capturing an NBA championship. Imagine the superstar that is Donovan Mitchell, because he is one. With Allen, with Mobley, with the acquisition of DeAndre Hunter, with Darius Garland, even with Max Strus showing up, okay? Look at these brothers in Cleveland, the best record in basketball, how they've been playing, and you make it past Boston to the NBA Finals, and now you've got LeBron James coming to Cleveland, Ohio, coming back home to try to prevent them from capturing a championship. To me, when you talk about something that's box office, here's the reason why I will put that above LA Boston. I don't believe the Lakers have a chance against the Boston Celtics. I think the Boston Celtics will run them out of the building. Cleveland is a different matter because they haven't been there. They haven't proven it yet, right? So if you got LeBron and his experience and his greatness coupled with Luka going up against Cleveland, I think that would be epic. I really, really do. I think that would be a fantastic NBA Finals. I think it would be box office. I think everybody would be clamoring to see that. I know I would be. That's what I would wish for. L.A., Cleveland.
I'm with you, too. I'll see you at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame sometime in the middle of June, which was sort of an annual trip when LeBron was playing there. Okay, 2 football questions I have for you real quick. Yeah. Anyone who watches you, anyone who knows you're a huge Steeler fan. Yeah. Are you get to the brackets coming up? Well, let's go through the NBA action from yesterday first. We had the Lakers and the Suns. You got Luka Doncic, who always torches Phoenix, and you pick it up. They went on a 9-0 run in the first quarter.
Look, I love what Luka has been doing. He's been aggressive from the jump. When he first started becoming a Laker, I think he was a little passive, but now he's got his legs under him, and now he's staring down the game's best in Kevin Durant.
And then no one can explain this one to me, and we're going to hear some. Where's the defense?
I don't know. This should just give you the summary of the Phoenix Suns season thus far.
It's quite insane. He's just standing there all by himself, and even Luka himself didn't understand it.
I've never been open so much in my life. You're not getting out in the playoffs, you know that.
Well, honey, Phoenix, it's the playoffs for you.
Yeah.
Right now, you're like the play-in.
That's exactly right. Playoffs, as Jim Mora might have said. Meanwhile, more from Doncic. Lakers up by 12 after 3, and then more from Luka in the fourth quarter. He would finish with 33 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. KD had 21, but not near enough. Lakers get the win, their first win since LeBron, who you see there, goes down. And the story from Shams before the game was that LeBron had an on-court workout, his first that we're aware of since he got hurt March 8th. Looks like he's going to miss at least another week. What do you see from the Lakers right this moment, right now, considering the circumstances with LeBron?
Look, that win was absolutely necessary because they were trying to stop the bleeding, and I think Luka Doncic understood that. I saw some of the video of LeBron James warming up, and it was really important because what I really like is that Luka Doncic understands the value of LeBron, and he also understands his own value, and we saw that. Also, Austin Reeves, between Luka and Reeves, they combined for 61 points and 14 assists. So they understood that LeBron James makes things easier for everybody else, but we cannot rely just on him. That has been the learning experiment right here. But when I look at this Lakers team, obviously defense is going to be the biggest question mark, especially without LeBron, who has guarded so many different positions. But what I do like is that they are aggressive offensively, they're sound defensively, and most importantly, they're well coached. You have to credit JJ Redick for what he's done so far. You know, to lose LeBron, now have Luka, get that feel-good game back. Luka's on, I think, 7 straight games of 30-plus points. I mean, a lot of people were critical, Dallas most notably, of his physique and his willingness to do whatever it takes to win. It looks like he's doing exactly that for the Lakers, exactly when that's needed the most, because they only have a 3-game buffer between now being around like 4 or 5 in the 6th position to really ensure the playoffs. Yeah,
you want to stay out of the play-in if you're the Lakers at all costs. And obviously, when LeBron was there, they were playing really good defense. So we'll see. They get him back as soon as they can. Let's go through some of the other action yesterday. The Cavaliers brought a 16-game win streak into their matchup with Orlando and just clear the decks here. Janae, how about Donovan Mitchell?
Hello. This is why he is a superhero. They call him Spider-Man. And by the way, y'all, I watched this game from the plane. Shout out to Wi-Fi up there in Delta. But being able to see what this Cavaliers team has done, even without Mobley, was impressive.
Mitchell getting his own rebound and puts it back. He had 23. Cavs have a 1-point lead. We're 2 minutes left in the game. Magic are down by 3, but they're not going away. KCP to tie it.
Let me tell you, these guys in Orlando, they fight. Paolo Banchero came on strong late as well.
Max Strus down 2, gives Cleveland a 1-point lead. Ensuing possession, back to Banchero. He finds space.
Bye.
24 points, 11 rebounds. Magic a 1-point lead. 20 seconds left. Cavs down 3. Streak on the line.
Oh, so many opportunities, but just a little too late.
And it's over. The Cavaliers' 16-game winning streak snapped by Orlando yesterday. Cavs have had 2 win streaks of at least 15 consecutive wins. So earlier we heard from the NBA Countdown crew out there in LA in your absence, and they were talking about which team they believe in the Eastern Conference. And it sort of feels like there's this universal belief that the Celtics remain the team to beat, even though Cleveland has been better from the minute the season started. What do you think?
So the more impressive team is the Boston Celtics, just because we all know how potent they are, even when they're not 100%. There have been games without Kristaps Porzingis, they found a win. There have been games without a number of their other key players. They still are at number 2 in the East. And it feels like they're just a sleeping giant, just waiting to be awoken. And they understand that, hey, we need to be good enough to have a good seed, but we also need to be good enough to be able to turn it on when it matters most. And so the Celtics, to me, are still the team to beat in basketball. But the team with the most incredible season has to be Cleveland. A lot of people thought that you can't play 2 bigs. Well, guess what? They have. A lot of people thought Donovan Mitchell, is he capable of leading a team? Guess what? He has, with the exception of yesterday. Obviously, that was a great win for the Orlando Magic. But overall, what I love is this is a team that, when we talk about the Celtics, the Cavaliers, they have the best 3-point percentage. They understand that new modern style. They also have a solid defense. So I feel like they're ratcheting things up just like Boston to be able to be there and play their best basketball when it matters most.
The other thing, and maybe this just ceases to be a factor once you win a championship, which they did, and that can never be taken away from them. But the Celtics of this era have also historically been a team prone sometimes to losing to teams they shouldn't. I mean, that was always the rap on them. And last year, their path was sort of a